This is the maxillary artery. This artery is the larger terminal branch of the external carotid artery, which is given in front of the neck of the mandible within the substance of parotid gland. The maxillary artery is divided into three parts by the lower head of lateral pterygoid muscle. The first part, which is called the mandibular part, which lies below the lower border of lateral pterygoid. Second part, or the pterygoid part, which lies either superficial or deep to the lower head of lateral pterygoid. And the third part of the maxillary artery, which passes between the two heads of the lateral pterygoid and enters into the pterygopalatine fossa. This is called the pterygopalatine part. Now we have removed the lateral pterygoid muscle in a piecemeal, and over here you are seeing this is the external carotid artery and its terminal branch. This is the superficial temporal and this is the maxillary artery. In branches of maxillary artery, from the first or mandibular part, it gives deep auricular, anterior tympanic, middle meningeal, accessory meningeal and inferior alveolar artery. The deep auricular artery supplies external acoustic meatus, tympanic membrane and also the temporomandibular joint. The anterior tympanic branch supplies tympanic membrane and the middle ear cavity. The middle meningeal artery, which is the larger branch, and it enters into the cranium through foramen spinosum, and within the cranium it divides into the larger frontal and smaller parietal branch. This frontal division or the anterior division, it is related with the pterion. Accessory meningeal artery, it enters into the cranium through foramen ovale. Along with the cranial cavity, it also supplies the infratemporal fossa. The inferior alveolar artery, it enters within the mandibular canal through this mandibular foramen. It is accompanied by the inferior alveolar nerve, and before entering into this canal, it gives one mylohyoid branch. From the second or pterygoid part, it gives the muscular branches. So, mesenteric artery for the masseter muscle, deep temporal artery which supplies the temporalis muscle, which are 2 in number. Then it gives a pterygoid branch which supplies medial and lateral pterygoid muscle, and it gives buccal artery. This buccal artery accompanies the buccal nerve and it supplies the skin of the cheek. Branches from the third or the pterygopalatine part are given within the pterygopalatine fossa. These are the greater palatine artery, posterior superior alveolar artery, infraorbital, spinopalatine, pharyngeal and artery of pterygoid canal. In the maxillary artery, this is the first part, this is second part and third part is deep inside. The branches which is visible over here from the first part is the inferior alveolar, which pass along the inferior alveolar nerve. The second branch which is seen over here is the larger branch, which is the middle meningeal artery, which is the deep inside. So this is a middle meningeal artery. Branches from the second part are deep temporal. This is the mesenteric branch. These are the pterygoid branch, which is supplying medial and lateral pterygoid muscle, and this is a buccal branch which accompanies the buccal nerve and supplies the buccinator muscle. Now in this dissection, we have removed the lateral pterygoid muscle, we have reflected this maxillary artery, and the structure visible over here now is lingual nerve, inferior alveolar nerve. This is the middle meningeal artery, and you can clearly see the artery passes between the loop formed by the auriculotemporal nerve. This is a middle meningeal artery and the loop formed by the auriculotemporal nerve. This is the infratemporal surface of greater wing of sphenoid, and this is the position of foramen ovale. So this is our mandibular nerve. Now as you know, the mandibular nerve, it is the largest of all the three divisions of trigeminal nerve, and it is a nerve of the first branchial arch. It is a mixed nerve, so it is having a sensory and motor root. Both the root unite, comes out from the foramen ovale, and just beneath the foramen ovale it unite and form a trunk. Then it divides into the anterior division, which is the smaller one, and the larger posterior division. So if you want to remember the branches of mandibular nerve, it is from the trunk, it is from the anterior division and from posterior division. The branches from the trunk of mandibular nerve are nerve to medial pterygoid and meningeal branch. So this small branch, this is a nerve to medial pterygoid, which supplies this medial pterygoid muscle from its deep surface. You can see this is a fiber of medial pterygoid and this is a nerve to medial pterygoid which is supplying this medial pterygoid muscle. Beside medial pterygoid, few fibers from the nerve which passes through the aortic ganglion without relay and also supplies tensor tympani and tensor veli palatini muscle which is situated deep over here. The second branch is a meningeal branch which is also called nervi spinosum, which passes through the foramen spinosum and supplies the dura mater of middle cranial fossa. The branches from the anterior division are 3 muscular and 1 sensory. So the branches are deep temporal. This deep temporal nerve which supplies the temporalis muscle, this nerve are 2 in number. The second is a masseteric nerve which supplies the masseteric muscle along with the temporomandibular joint. The third is nerve to lateral pterygoid, which is not seen over here because we have removed the lateral pterygoid muscle right now. And the last sensory division is a buccal branch. This is a buccal nerve which is accompanied by the buccal branch of the maxillary artery, and this nerve supplies over here the skin and the mucous membrane related to buccinator muscle, but not the muscle, because the buccinator muscle, it is a muscle of the face which is from the second branchial arch. So the muscle is supplied by the facial nerve. And branches from the posterior division are the lingual, inferior alveolar, nerve to mylohyoid and auriculotemporal nerve. Now the auriculotemporal nerve, it arises from the two roots. Two roots unite and form a single trunk, and between these two roots there passes a middle meningeal artery. This auriculotemporal nerve, it conveys the secretomotor fiber to the parotid gland. It also supplies the skin over the auricle and the temporal region. The second branch from the posterior division is the inferior alveolar nerve. This inferior alveolar nerve, it enters the mandibular canal through the mandibular foramen. Over here it is accompanied by the inferior alveolar artery. Within the canal it supplies mandibular teeth and the gums. Before entering into the canal, it gives one mylohyoid branch. This branch supplies the mylohyoid muscle and also the anterior belly of digastric muscle. In front of the inferior alveolar nerve there is a lingual nerve. This lingual nerve carries the general sensation from the anterior 2/3 of the tongue, and it also provides secretomotor fiber to the submandibular and sublingual gland. This lingual nerve is joined by the chorda tympani nerve from its posterior side. To see the chorda tympani nerve, we have to reflect the lingual nerve. So this is a chorda tympani nerve, and through the chorda tympani nerve, it receives the taste sensation from the anterior 2/3 of the tongue. The last and the important content of infratemporal fossa is the aortic ganglion, which is situated just below the foramen ovale, lateral to the tensor veli palatini muscle and medial to the trunk of mandibular nerve. So the tip of my forceps, it is showing the position of aortic ganglion.